Hey folks, it's Greg and Janet with Strange RV Tours. Today we're in Edgewood, Texas at the Heritage Park Museum. We're going to see what life was like back in the old West out here. Join us. Alright guys, we're in the older part of the Heritage Museum now. And goat milk soap. So buttermilk feeder and poultry water, a super hatcher. I'm guessing that's for eggs. They have a fake chicken up there and eggs. Oh, really?
Here, you want me to?
Yeah.
This is called a dog trot house, and this was moved over here from the other side of town.
They said that a lot of the people, what they did, pioneers, was, you know, they had to cut the trees down and build their homes, so they would build one side, you know, first. Then if they could, they'd build the other side. And that's kind of how the dogs talk. But
Okay.
actually, it's cool. People would sleep out there at night and stuff.
Breezeway.
Neat. And there's a
Inside
road
to see,
in there.
guys.
You could just walk through there.
Okay.
You know, I'm
Neat.
gonna unlock this door over here so you can see the bedroom.
Wow. So people would build one side of their home and then add the other side at a later date and leave a breezeway for cool air. And a lot of families would sleep on the breezeway at night during the summer months.
Oh, wow. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Look at.
I'm gonna go around and unlock all these buildings, and then I'm gonna go across the street and open the ones over there for you. So there's a church, you know, a school, one where the school.
Look at the old rocking horse.
And here.
Janet noticed that.
So are all these like original buildings that's been moved here?
When they moved this one in here, all that was standing, I saw a picture of it, was just the logs.
Wow.
Okay, the logs were, and they built the roof of it, to look like the old town.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful. Okay, we'll meet you back over there. That'd be
Okay.
great. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna let y'all just look all you want to, and I'll get the sword opened up.
Oh my.
So this is the other side of this home.
Okay.
Thank you.
They got some neat. Look at the old button-up shoes. Oh my God. Can't imagine dealing with that.
Wow. The curator was nice enough to just let us walk around, and she's gonna open up the other buildings for us. I think we're the only ones here today.
Wow.
The Campbell family. Oh, this must have been their home.
You would assume so.
Yeah. Have pictures of other people in their home. Stove. Ah, look at that cradle. On a rocker. The shoes.
Oh, look at the shoes. That's so neat.
Ropes for support on the bed.
Now, see this raglan? I know how to make those, y'all.
I think you had one of those when I met you.
I made it.
That's probably it right there. Look, here's Janet's sleep shirt, gown.
Nah, never had one. And you know it'd be nice, cool, and comfortable though.
I don't know about that. Looks like I get tangled up in something like that. All right, let's check out the other side of this barn over here that's got a nice list to it. This is a reproduction of a 1900s barn. The gentleman that built this once lived in a barn like this, so he was well qualified to build one. Now, I have no idea what that thing does. Ah, that's a corn husker, I guess, because that's corn husks on top of that thing. But these are all having to do with corn. Yep, there's another corn husker. There's some cotton, how it comes off the vines. This would be the barber shop here. This building is closed, but we can definitely see the inside. Oh, okay. I guess she's gonna open them up for us. Right here in the middle is called a bandstand. A lot of rural towns in Texas had these. It was kind of a meeting place to hang out, place to bring your date after having dinner. Usually sat in the center of town. If your town had a park, that's where it'd be. Okay. We got Tom's Cafe over here. This building dates from 1920. It was built on downtown Houston Street here in town. And it was soon referred to as the Bloody Bucket because of the rowdiness associated with it. Bonnie and Clyde once stopped here at this building for a Coke and a hamburger.
Oh.
That's neat. I'll show the inside of it here. Look at how little that cafe was.
How cute.
This is a wide angle lens, so everything looks bigger than it actually is. There's pictures up there of Bonnie and Clyde. That is one old jukebox there.
Wow.
Some type of a scale. The Gabe Scott store. So let's check out what the general store looked like. Oh, this one's fully stocked.
Yeah, this was 10 miles north of town on this, the Scott farm, actually. And serviced all the locals.
Yeah, this was what you would call Walmart back in the day. These general stores sold a little bit of everything from pharmaceuticals to food to clothing, toys, you name it.
Wow. Oh, this is so neat. This makes you really feel like you're going back in time.
Yeah. Here's the postmaster, U.S. Post Office.
Wow.
Molasses is for sale.
All right.
There you go, Jan.
They still have those for camping. It's like, look at those dominoes, man.
Wood dominoes. Hand carved. Needles, huh?
Needles. What?
Sewing needles, I guess.
Would there be different sizes in there? That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Box of shoelaces back there.
This is neat.
Thread. Now what kind of mongrel is that thing right there? That's some kind of a stole, but what is that?
I don't know.
Looks like a rat.
Like a weasel.
Could be.
I don't know. Alright.
It's tops. The old wooden tops.
Yeah, how cool. You think you know what that is?
I'm thinking it has something to do with shoes, because there's shoes up here, but...
I'm thinking it's a curling iron.
It is. Oh my gosh. Put it over a hot flame, huh? And try
On
not to...
top of the
Oven?
wood burning stove.
Yeah. And then hope you don't burn your head.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this old iron, Jan, with its own heating source.
Ah, that's neat. Picture.
Crutches. Look at the old register here.
Yeah. This is awesome.
That's neat. Cash only, it says on the door. Yeah, I don't think that they had credit cards back then.
Oh,
Alright, here's the barber shop. Shoe shine.
this is awesome.
It is. This is really cool. Now, why would they have a bathtub in a barber shop?
This was on Front Street since 1900.
Wow. Look at the old Edgewood newspapers here. "17 county schools have been standardized."
They said it was 10 cents for a haircut, 25 cents for a bath.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So barbershops actually did have bathtubs. Wow. Who'd have known? Now these are not real bricks here on this wall. Those are tin. Got a blacksmith shop up here. Those are always fun to look at. The water source, a whole water pump. This building was originally a grain storage building that was built on this site in 1933. It was used in service until 1961 and is now a reproduction of an old-time blacksmith shop. The tools and equipment are authentic. There's a bearing, I guess, for a covered wagon. That said they'd work on the wheels, or a hub. I realize that's probably for doing some plowing in your garden, but the front of that looks like a lawnmower. It is a lawnmower on the front.
So that's the,
Like a brush hog.
yeah. This was a granary, and then they built it into
That's the size mailbox we need to get.
There we go. Perfect.
That's a big old mailbox right there.
Wow.
This is the way the cotton would be shipped. Ah, the furnace.
That's for blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Call it furnace.
I don't know. That's what I'd call it. Fire pit.
This is amazing. To actually be right here in the standing in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could you imagine how hot it would get in here when that thing's lit up?
Yeah, I bet all this will open
In this little
up.
room?
This gotta open up for that. You know? You see it?
Yeah, it looks like these sides would raise up.
Yeah. That'd be impossible to work like that.
Now you know when them blacksmiths are always in the movies all covered in soot. What do we got over here? The Melton Print Shop. Ah, the gossip store. This is where your newspapers would be printed. And everybody in town would soon know your business.
It was operated from 1930 to 1950.
What is that?
Haven't seen one of those in a while. Remember those? It crawled out of its skin.
I don't know. I like anything that crawls out of its skin, even snakes. All right, we got a outbuilding here with a door that's unlocked. Let's see if it opens.
It's a smokehouse.
Does not open.
It doesn't? You
No.
unlocked it? Yeah.
It does open. I'm just not strong enough to. This is a,
Smokehouse.
yeah, this is where you'd hang your meats and smoke your meats. So that's how they'd do it. So they'd dig a hole in the ground and start a fire down below.
They said they'd hang whole beef and whole hogs in here. Wow. I bet quarters.
I've seen some movies where they hung people in places like that.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at this neat building with a half crescent moon on the front door. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a toll booth. Yeah, it's a toll booth. You just put your money right in the hole right there.
There you go. There's your corn cob.
Yeah. Oh goodness, people were tough back in the day. Got an old fire truck over here. They got a fire museum next door, part of this park.
Wow.
And here's your old western fence that would surround your front yard.
Yeah. There you go. I'm creeping by bushes.
Yeah, we're trespassing in these people's yard.
James Scott Log Cabin.
James Zachariah Scott came to this area from Kentucky prior to 1875 and built this cabin for his bride. Their 7 children were all born. 7 kids. Oh my gosh, he had no life. In 1987, the cabin was moved to this park and restored. The kitchen is furnished with original furniture, appliances, and utensils from the 1900 to 1920 period. Wow, I wonder what that's for. In case it sprung a leak?
Well, it's a quilting table. I guess they just hung it up there
Oh, really?
as a display. I would think.
This is neat. They got an old, what would they call these chests?
Hope chest?
Hope chest? That's a big one. Somebody's really hoping.
Originally it was by the Sabine River. It's been moved 3 times.
Wow. And stove. There's a grinder.
Oh, I've had one of those too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you buy it new?
Yeah. Make sausage out of it. Kind of.
That's for frying things right there. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
First I thought it was a fly swatter. Then I realized it had a bucket in the back of it.
Or,
A cage.
just to bake something in there? I don't know. Toast nuts? In the fire?
Weren't you telling me you need a new ironing board? Nobody's around. Might fit in our car.
Can you imagine having 7 kids in this place?
I can't imagine having 7 kids, period. Arrowheads? You mean there was Indians here? How cool. All right, now this is the older section of the Heritage Park. We're gonna walk over to the newer section, which is where we were when we first arrived, across the street.